Alright, hi, I'm Mark, and this is an introduction to my blog, Greenview. Essentially, what I intend to do is talk a little bit about ecology as a science, some of the interesting developments, things that are happening in the world of ecology, things that grab my attention and I think people will be interested in, and also at the same time talk a little bit about the philosophical implications of the science as well, and also a little bit about Eastern philosophy in general. I think basically the sort of people who would be interested in this come from two or three distinct areas. One would be people that are studying ecology at sort of undergrad, maybe master's level, or even in school. People that are interested in the natural world, but don't, because you're, especially in the British school system, when you study science, you tend to do it almost exclusively, pretty much from A level onwards. So if you want to go and find out about, the sort of the wider mindset, the philosophy of science, and in general philosophy in general, then you're pretty much left to do it by yourself. It's on your own back to discover why you think these ideas are worth pursuing. Now, what I want to do is try and, for those people, is to give them, some insight into why I think philosophy is of science is a good idea, and why I think ecology in particular is a good idea, and why people should pay you to do it. Also, then on the other side of the coin, there are people that are interested in Eastern philosophy and Buddhism, Taoism, all sorts of different things. People that do yoga, meditate, all that sort of stuff. Who maybe don't have a very good understanding of green science, so because I see a lot of the people that are sort of actively in green political parties and that sort of thing, who have a lot of appreciation of nature in a sort of purely sort of aesthetic sense, but they tend to they don't have a direct connection with the people that are doing natural science, which I think is a real shame, because I think these two areas are not as disparate as many people think. There's a much tighter connection in that the science of ecology really is, in my opinion, quite separate from a lot of other scientific disciplines in the way that it approaches the world, which is much more in line with these other philosophical traditions. And so I think I'd like to sort of bring these two camps together to exchange opinions, ideas, thoughts, all that sort of thing. So really, if basically the podcast and the blog as well will sort of be divided in two almost in a lot of places. There'll be some bits that will be like science heavy, and then there will be other bits that will be like more mysterious, with quotes from beard stroking Eastern philosophers, and then hopefully also there will be bits where we seamlessly integrate these two bits together. So that really is the plan. So feel free to post up with thoughts, concerns, comments. It really is all about not only getting things straight for me in my own mind, but also to encourage other people to think and engage with the topic as well. All right, so I'd just like to finish to talk a little bit about me as well. So my name is Mark. I am a PhD student at Queen Mary in East London. I study mathematical ecology. So I do mainly I call it like applied theory. So I work with invasive species. I try and predict the spread of invasive species with an aim to producing something that is useful to say, these grey squirrels are heading here. That's bad news for our native red squirrels. And in the past I have also worked as a more sort of practical applied ecology type person, which is fun because you get to go out and do field work and run around with animals, which is always good. Also in my spare time I also teach martial arts. I teach Tai Chi and Kung Fu, and I've always had an interest in Eastern philosophy as well. So really this is sort of a chance for me to express my opinions about a whole range of things, and try and integrate and see the similarities and also the differences between these two major parts of my life. So hopefully you will enjoy it, and again, yeah, feel free to post up plenty of comments and feedback. I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys. Okay, bye.